Man, if I just didn't disconnect, if I just messed around, wouldn't have this trouble. Oh well.
Yeah, but did you know Twitch was gonna shit the bed this bad?
I think we're online. Right when you insult Twitch. They show
Oh,
you who's
hey.
How's it going, everybody? Twitch is the best. We're here. Twitch's ingest servers were having some trouble, so I couldn't connect. But if they are going to let me online, I probably won't be kicked off. So I think we're here. We are already mid-race. We are only a minute in, though. Mostly because other people were also... All of the ingest servers were offline, every single one. So... Welcome to the race. We got Fayaine and Vascos on the left, GeneJeanie and Nalwonk on the right.
And both of our bottom players have got the flippers already. Oh, ether in the dam for Nalwonk. And the book in Blind's house. Flippers are in one of the escape chests.
Nice.
And the uncle had the silver arrows.
We got bombs. Green team checking the same cave at once, but the bombs being in there actually helps them out a little bit with that.
Nalwonk taking a death down there by the lake.
We got a couple new skins on screen. I think Samus was changed a little bit to look more realistic. Still a bobblehead though. We have Kirby and Garfield. Because everybody likes that cat, right?
That's what they tell me.
So with the flippers, immediately checking those new chests. Not wasting any time on 2 new chests in this logic. If you missed last race, we were talking about them. They're right here in the fairy cave. They replaced her ability to get the shield item out with this. Power gloves in there.
Hey,
Good call.
that's really good. There was an early Power Gloves last game too. Oh yeah, is it fair to be using Garfield on a Monday, or does that put you at a disadvantage?
I don't want to go down this path of jokes. I'm gonna drive the other way. How about them
that
sports?
Seems good. Kirby getting the heart container there in the bar.
Oh man, Nalwonk tried to get past the crab, but it totally juked him. Nalwonk taken out by a crab. It hits for 2.
Yeah, Nalwonk not having a good time there down there by the lake. 2 deaths already.
Checking Sahasrara's hut. Nalwonk wants in that ice rod cave, even if it kills him again. Hopefully don't, though.
Hey, Boots! Boots for Vascos in Sahasrara's house.
Nice. That was fast. We had a very complicated start because servers weren't letting us connect. So I lost my other seed The one they're on now, I might have a log for it actually. Come on, Nalwonk, don't get crabbed. He's got to get in that cave before he dies. He made it.
Both of the other grabbing flippers.
Eastern Era, Thievestown. There's your pendants. So 2 of them here, one of them green.
Vasco's jumping straight into Eastern.
Seen some pretty good stuff already.
Yeah, definitely. GeneJeanie about to get boots also.
One thing to mention is that nobody has any real weapon.
No, not at all. A far cry from the hammer and the hook shot from last game.
It means that the escape is nearly impossible. You could bust through with bombs if you really wanted to, but you just want to wait on that.
It takes so many bombs to get through there.
I wonder if that would ever be required. There's the hammer, so not this time.
Yeah, who needs bombs when you can just grab the hammer? Nalwonk waiting to get past. As boots for Fayaine too.
I see Kirby's little umbrella when he picks up stuff.
Yeah, they put a lot of detail into the Kirby sprite.
Comes that pink orb. Well, it looks like Vascos and Fayaine want the hammer for both players here. Right away.
Makes sense. The first actual weapon.
Red team will get it too. Nalwonk is left.
Nalwonk left before GeneJeanie got the hammer, so they'll find out just a little late.
There's a skip you can do with throwing the pots in the skeleton room. It's a little hard to explain. Basically, your position causes these skeletons to exist, but they don't actually appear for a little while. And if you kill the ones that have appeared first, you can stop the other 2 from spawning. GeneJeanie just barely missed that happening, so I had to kill 2 more. There are a couple in there, but you can get away with just 2 skeletons dying. Let's see if Fayaine pulls it off. Nah, she's just going for the straight kill. Works. It works.
Yeah.
But if you ever see
Vascos
somebody...
found a bottle in the Bon Crocs.
If you ever see somebody do that skeleton room and only kill 2 skeletons, and they probably are invisible when they do it, that's the hard to explain thing that's happening. I don't really understand the rules to it. I just know how to make it happen reasonably fast.
Yeah, there's just spots on the floor that if you cross it, you cause them to spawn. I don't know much about it other than that.
I don't think that anyone under the age of 30 is going to know who Heathcliff or Top Cat are, so I don't think that's who they went with. Those are pretty underground at this point. Those are old school, man. Yeah, but thanks for the Prime sub. Glad to be online right now. I'm barely able to be. Struggled, but here we are. We made it. I do want
and
to
not
host...
through a Hong Kong server either.
Yeah, I want to host another race after this if we can get it to happen. Man, I barely know about Heathcliff. I've only seen that cartoon like once. And Top Cat, even more so, honestly.
Gene taking the hammer through escape now.
I don't think Heathcliff is even an American cartoon. We just got it on TV for a while. Top Cat, though, pretty sure that is one of those Hanna-Barbera boys, right? Fighter sword and escape, an actual weapon meant to be used here.
That's twice in a row with the fighter sword and escape. Getting Fayaine jumping into Desert Palace.
I don't remember what Nalwonk got for all of his struggle in the Ice Rod Cave, but I don't think it was anything great. Vascos is about to find it.
Nalwonk's gonna get the fighter sword though.
Hey, I mean, if you guys want the commentary, instead of talking about the race, I can talk about the 300 cartoons that you haven't heard of from the 90s. Because even if you grew up then, you would have a full-time job ahead of you trying to watch just a little bit of all of them. We're watching Knights of the Round, a stupid King Arthur cartoon made for selling toys. It's just 12 guys on each side with mounts.
Oh, that's a lot of toys.
Yo, I've not only seen Bucky O'Hare, I had the whole thing on VHS. I remember lines from the show. I remember that this bully wanted this kid, the main character was like a nerd who got sent into space. This bully at his high school wanted him to write a paper for him and he called him dog meat. And then he wrote the paper for them. You know, the bully got what he wanted. And somehow this was a justified good ending for the episode. He got his ass kicked and he got bullied into writing somebody else's paper and everybody wins. Like that was the ending.
Alright then.
In the middle of that, he went into space and went to war with some frogs and killed a bunch of them, but he didn't pick up any of that courage and take it home with him. But that's okay.
Vasco's getting the power gloves for the green team, finally.
Here comes the ball and chain guy.
Exploderated. Oh yeah, because Nalwonk still hasn't gone into Eastern to get the hammer. So went all bomb strats on the ball and chain garden. The fire rod for GeneJeanie in the other part of the escape.
Huckleberry Hound is actually from like the 60s and 70s, and he's one of the Hanna-Barbera boys, by which I mean Yogi Bear and all those nerds. There's like 50 of them. They're all exactly the same cartoon, pretty much, and they have no budget for animation. Honestly, their existence killed animation in America for like 50 years. That one company did it. Just them with their crap, their Scooby-Doo crap. The way they draw. They made like 50 Scooby-Doo shows too. Everyone is just sweeping where their partner has been here. They're all looking for the Moon Pearl, really. Once they find that, everyone will be able to go to Dark World.
Yep, Moon Pearl opens up a lot.
I mean, I don't really have a problem with the characters from Hanna-Barbera. I have a problem with how ugly all of the art was. And it was like the laziest animation. You know that technique where they off-screen shake the camera because some goofball ran into a wall or something? Like, they do stuff like that all the time. And they really set the precedent in the States for cheap, effective animation on your cartoons. And everyone copied them for decades. Took a long time to get out of that. The looping backgrounds are another thing. The cell shading on an object they're about to pick up out of a background that's detailed so you can see right away which one it is. All those tropes of animation come from Hanna-Barbera laziness. Because they had to make like 15 shows a day. They were making so many. Desert Palace. Here we are with the book we got in here.
I believe Fayaine found the mirror in Desert Palace.
We went from really good animation on like Looney Tunes and stuff to Hanna-Barbera. That's what happened.
Yep, there's the mirror for Vascos.
Nalwonk finally picking up his hammer. They added 2 new chests to the waterfall today.
Oh, GeneJeanie's leaving Desert and not going in. But the mirror's there. I'm surprised nobody's gone up the mountain yet. Especially on Green Team.
With the mirror wide open, I would totally check it out.
Mirror and the hammer.
That hammer is the edge right now.
Oh, well, Nalwonk's going to go up there, but no mirror.
Yep. They need to take advantage of that mirror. Titan Land Molus with 2.5 hearts. This, we haven't really seen this boss give anybody trouble, but, no mana, no hearts. This might be a time for the boss to be a little annoying, but 4.5 hearts actually. I forgot there were some in here. They'll be okay. I hate this boss fight, the vanilla boss fight. But, when I did...
Gene going back here to Desert.
I ran through this game last night, vanilla, and Sajrala actually says, yo, go get the ice rod. Here's where it's at. Because he wants you to use it on Land Molus, I think.
Yeah, it's a really easy kill on Land Molus.
It is. Where the heck else would you use it? Nowhere. You wouldn't use it anywhere at all.
Right.
I mean, for him to tell you right away, hey, you need this. Go get it, man. He really wants you to have it before Dungeon 2. Vascos going for the fast kill on Land Molus with the hammer may be a risky decision. Hasn't killed one yet. He almost is dead himself.
Nothing good on Spectacle Rock there for Nalwonk. There's the mirror for GeneJeanie.
Did Vascos get taken out? Looks like it.
Yep, Vascos fell to land molus, it appears.
Very annoying boss. Absolutely. Without the kind of stuff that you could have ahead of time.
Definitely.
Ideally, he'll come in here with enough mana to kill one with the fire rod. He has just about enough for 2 shots. That's all it takes. Kill one of those worms right away. Make it a much easier battle.
Yeah.
He's going to go with the hammer this time again and has more hearts than before. It's really hard to hit these guys with a hammer. It's really annoying. I think the sword might just be faster unless you're really good at it. Now, for the record, because of Twitch hijinks, I actually have one team running on Twitch and one team's on my private server, so red team actually has about 10 seconds of credit because of that, so I have to make sure to give that to them. GeneJeanie is also in Desert, coming on land molus. Let's see if they have any trouble here. Hopefully we can kick this boss down. Land molus is not what you want to get hung up on. We got stuff to do.
But
We got dungeons to explore. There he goes.
They're finishing off with the fire rod. It's just hard without the sword to be able to hit it.
He was saving the fire rod for the fast, annoying one that shoots 8.
It's definitely worth hitting the land molus with the hammer a bunch. Fayaine's going to keep doing East Death Mountain, it looks like, instead of going to fight land molus.
Nalwonk in the desert as well.
Desert with the moon pearl and the mirrors, place to be.
Yeah, I guess they did kind of get railroaded this way. There's the only dungeon they can do.
Vascos now going to go down and get a sword.
Another land molus kill. So we just have to put up with 4 obnoxious land mola battles here. He has to die quickly because they need that moon pearl to get anywhere, really. They can do a couple more things, but they're going to have to come here soon.
Moon pearl there, though, means Aghanim is definitely not required. So Vasco's going to head straight to Dark Kakariko. Fayaine leaving after getting the Moon Pearl because of not having the Power Gloves is actually going to help Green Team clear a lot more of the place. Hype Cave for GeneJeanie.
Desert hype or mountain hype cave on the other side.
Hey, Canis Maria for GeneJeanie.
Half mana.
Well, the original Hype Cave definitely won this time. And not Dark Hack Rico for Vascos going straight into Skullwoods.
That's interesting. Thieves Town is dependent in Dark World, so he has to do this dungeon, but
with the Fire Rod and I guess Fighter Sword, boo.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, I just died to land Molus, but I'm gonna head right into Mothula. Hope he's alright with that, because the Fighter Sword's gonna make this a really particularly bad fight. He doesn't have the half mana either. He's got to do this pretty much all Fire Rod. He needs to save his mana as much as he can if he's actually going that way. But it looks like he's leaving now. Just wanted to check maybe chest 1.
Check the front half. Nothing at the digging game for GeneJeanie. And there's Nalwonk's Moon Pearl.
Fayaine, last one to get it. She's on her way. Where to? That's the question. What can they do with these items? They can do blinds, which is a pendant, unfortunately. They can do the they can do Palace of Darkness, but not all of it. I wouldn't bother until I had the bow. Personally. They can do Skull Woods, but we've already seen one of the items and it sucked. They can do a couple other things, but as far as
definitely
dungeons,
have one player jumping into Swamp Palace right now. You can't finish it, but there's still 4 or 5 items you can get to.
Yep. That might be necessary. Because Catfish and Pyramid are the other 2 big things, and up there they can get the Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb, and that's about it.
And both of those are busts from Vascos. Has just checked both of those, and they both suck.
So how's Catfish looking? And I don't think we've had a Zora visit, so Nalwonk's probably doing both. All 3, actually. I don't think he had the ability to get up there with 500 before. He went up there to check the chest and got the gloves right away, but he didn't have any money, so he didn't go all the way.
I think the red team, I think both teams actually have checked the ledge and saw that it wasn't very good either. Now the Catfish.
Cape could be mandatory thing. Now
Could be.
For Zora, he is going up there. We got 20 rupees on the Zora ledge, but Zora himself, nobody knows yet. GeneJeanie is the first one to get up there. Where's Nalwonk gonna go? This is new logic. Man, Kirby puts on his diving goggles. Old Kirby style.
Yes, indeed.
20 rupees up there, just 40 rupees in Zoraland.
All of the life lessons. Nalwonk finding nothing of really value in the Dark Village. And just a full heart container up at Bumper Cave. Vasco stopping for health there on his way up to the catfish.
Well, I'm thinking that swamp is going to be the answer here to getting the next item, whatever it is, whether it's hookshot or bow or Titan's mitts. One of those three is lying around somewhere, blocking progress.
Or in Tower of Hera. Nobody's gone up into Tower of Hera yet either. Yep, Nalwonk just getting that heart container out of the King's Tomb. Just 3 bombs. GeneJeanie finding out from the ether tablet.
Where's the hookshot? Where's the Titan mitts? Titan mitts are really the big thing missing right now.
Vasco's taking a death.
Outer is one of the 2 items in Tower of Hera. Nalwonk also died in the overworld. No, Fairy. Safety.
Nalwonk is still alive, you might say.
But I don't know where he's going. How many times is he going to check catfish? What does he want from here?
I'm not sure.
Maybe he wants the cape just to have it because Genie has it. Maybe he's jealous about the cape. Maybe they need it for the Bumper Cave.
Bumper Cave's only a heart container. But I guess it's nice to have it to get through Spike Cave and those other places.
We actually saw last race that you can fake flipper into the 2 chests in that fountain and get those 2 chests by leaving and coming back in, but only if you have the Moon Pearl as a side item. It will let you do that. A Super Bunny move.
Yeah, and then you walk on the water as you're leaving.
Blue Kirby, not the best looking Kirby. He's a little deeper than I think he's supposed to be.
It's very blue.
Maybe I'm misremembering how blue. I mean, Kirby comes in all kinds of colors. but I don't remember him being that deep of blue. I just like the hot cyan Kirby better. What's red Kirby gonna look like? I guess there is a red Kirby. They need to make sure it's a shade away from pink so that they don't get mixed up.
I haven't seen Kirby in the red mail, so I don't know.
I'm thinking a Smash Bros. 64, and there's very clearly a red one in there.
Oh yes, there definitely is. Vascos is doing Thieves Town here. But nothing good in the first 4.
Thieves Town, the pendant dungeon, could be okay as a stop too. Shouldn't count it out just because it's a pendant. It might have something.
No, I like to check it. It's usually got something in there because it's pretty easy to get to and check.
It requires less items than just about any dungeon there is.
And has Red Team checked the bat yet? I don't think they have.
No.
The Bloomerang there for Vascos. Oh, if Fayaine's going into Swamp Palace.
They're hitting the extra dungeons pretty hard right now. I wonder if we'll see the same thing from Red Team. Looks like they're finishing Skullwoods, going all the way through.
A little easier to do with the half magic.
Every player's doing something different right now. Half magic will make sure that you don't need to use the sword at all if you do it right, if you have enough mana going in. There's a full mana pickup in the room before this one by the Gibdos, but they didn't go for it. They might have enough anyway. You have 16 fire rod shots from full, and it's not going to take too many to kill Mothula if they hit and don't get ignored by him deciding that he's not going to take damage. Unfortunately, you do have to
That
use...
is the hard part.
You're going to have to use, like, what, 5 shots to get in there anyway?
Yeah, it's not so bad. They do have the lamp, too.
There is a heal you can get from a fairy right here. Oh man, Kirby turns into Meta Knight. Nice. I would take a Death Warp. But if you want, you can go for the heal on the fairy right before the boss. Oh, died to a bounce. Because Fighter Sword has no value. Miss.
So dueling Swamp Palaces.
This Fighter Sword nonsense is the worst.
The map and the compass, the first 2 chests in swamp. That's just rough. GeneJeanie going with B strats to start the fight.
This is going to be a really hard fight. Are they going to have enough mana
down
to
to
not
one
have
heart.
to use the sword? Nope. Gotta do it the hard way. Who knows how many hits this is going to take still. Nope, didn't happen. Mothula with the fighter sword is a very dangerous proposition.
Very dangerous.
You change sprites in the randomizer by clicking on the gear, and you make the seed.
Alright, now left side of swamp for Fayaine. Let's see if it's anything or if it's a total bust coming in here this early. At least they didn't have to worry about flooding the key.
This
Piece of heart, not so great.
second attempt about to be on Mothula here, but it's going to be even worse than the first one as far as how easy it'll be.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would be coming back for round 2 so quickly.
Just based on how many
Sadly-
swings it takes with the fire sword, probably going to guess around 30 fighter sword hits.
Sadly, just another heart there for Fayaine on the left side, so swamp was not the place to go.
Well, now I'm wondering if Mothula is the answer, but we're not going to find out yet because Mothula wins again. You gotta go get that full mana. You can't go in like this. It's just gonna waste time.
Yeah, definitely.
This is like a rock hard difficulty challenge. Can you beat Mothula with no damage? You might as well use the hammer at this point and style it, because that's about the same difficulty as using the fighter sword.
Hera could hold the answer. I don't think we saw the second item out of there from anybody on red team.
Somebody was in there. I don't know why they would leave without finishing. Now with 2 hits of HP, Mothula again. And this time even less mana than ever before.
Fayaine using the fairy to see that there's nothing in the spike cave worth getting.
Mothula 4-0
Wow.
in this game. Mothula destroying everybody. Just gotta bail out. Come on, 500 rupees. Go get some potions. It's just not worth it.
Oh no, Vasco's running into one of the Kodongos there in Tower Vera.
Part of the frustration right now for me is I know that there's 2 hearts and too many bags of mana in that room that Genie just walked through. Ignored.
Definitely.
If they're going to do this way, they really need to capitalize on every little bit that they can gather. You can get most of a bar, especially if you have the lamp in here without any trouble. Now they have 1 heart and no mana. And they're just pushing on. Somewhere in this stupid world is this world that I've created is I imagine the Titan myths, right? That's probably what it is. Or the flute.
Gotta be somewhere.
The next item is locked somewhere very linear. Very much everyone must go there. If it's not on Mothula, then maybe Moldorm has it.
But we'll find out very quickly if it's at Moldorm.
He's not going to kill 5 people.
Yes, it is V26.
Yes. Is Mothula just Moldorm after Metamorphosis? I didn't even think about it. Descended. His shove skills turned into the arena. Become a psychic. Mothula. Still getting kills. Oh, we have a potion use here. Where'd that come from?
Oh, and the map at Moldorm, so the basement has the item.
Blue pendant.
Hey, Mothula down.
Nice work. Map. Got a crystal.
Totally
though.
worked. Genie not going to check the pedestal. Running away. Fayaine getting trolled around.
There's that big key in Skullwoods. Finally, gonna get that last chest in the big chest.
Hey, the bow in the basement of Hera.
That's what we're looking for all this time. That's gonna open up 2 dungeons.
That's big. Oh, Fayaine getting troll dormed again.
Just a key in the big chest. Did we see all the items in Skullwoods?
I guess we did. I guess that's why Vascos left early. Got the 2 items very quickly and then just bailed. Meanwhile, Fayaine getting troll dormed again, just giving up and going to the basement.
Well, the bow is the answer. Palace of Darkness or Eastern Palace are going to have the other items that we need to get moving. At least one of them will be there. The next stop for Green Team seems pretty obvious. If red loses
No.
because they didn't finish Tower of Hera, I'd honestly say that that's a pretty big mistake to make. You really shouldn't have a dungeon like that one.
If you go into a Pendant dungeon, you better make sure you clear it completely, especially early.
Light World dungeon, ready to go. One of the least difficult dungeons to do. Fast as heck. 2 items, one of them you got, one of them you did not. Should have gone all the way. Should have committed. Even to the basement, should have committed.
Fayaine getting knocked down the middle hole again.
Well, oh no, Vasco's dying in an unfortunate spot after.
Oh, that's a rough place.
He might have done that on purpose because I just noticed he only had 70 rupees.
That could be.
Which is also unfortunate. He needs to get himself 40 cents. He can't do it right now. He can't do Palace of Darkness, which is extremely likely to be the next stop, by the way. Eastern Palace, I enjoy it as his first dungeon, but they've already gone into it a little bit. They may have already gotten all 3 items out of it. They certainly got 1.
Yep, down to farm rupees for Vascos.
Exactly. He needs 110 minimum. You would like a little buffer just in case. If the monkey gets...
GeneJeanie back. Hera.
If the monkey gets hit, they take back their 10 cents. So you might have a problem then still with money if that happens. It's pretty unlikely to happen, but could. GeneJeanie back into the Tower of Hera. The right call. Where would green team be compared to red if red had finished Tower of Hera when they had the chance?
Alright, it seems like a very, very missed opportunity.
I don't think that Genie would have died to Mothula 4 times if they had the bow. They would have gone to Eastern Palace and Palace of Darkness instead and succeeded, you know? And so all of that time that was lost is because of Tower of Hera not being completed. Mothula is much easier to beat once you found the Master Sword and anything else.
Literally anything with the plastic sword is going to help a lot on most of the boss fights. GeneJeanie with a slightly easier Moldorm fight than Mothula. Oh, and Nalwonk jumping into Palace of Darkness without the bow.
That's weird. Why would he do that? The thing about Palace of Darkness, and I'll say it every time it comes up, I don't know how many people have seen all the races, so you probably have heard me make this rant before, but because of the way the keys do not allow you to lock yourself out, and the way the Palace of Darkness is set up, you end up with 1 extra key that you need for the door down bottom, so you can't go up to where the big chest and 2 other keys are, 2 other chests, if you waste your keys wrong, unless they make sure that you either can get there with the bow or not. So basically, if you don't have the bow, you're not going to be able to complete the whole chest run. You're just not going to be able to do it. There's 2 you can't get, and they're either going to be keys or items, and either way, the way it's going to be designed is you just can't do the whole place.
Yep. Nalwonk is bow locked out right now.
And so what he can get is not going to be.
Oh, I guess he's got
progression
one
item.
more chest.
You have to think of it from the perspective of what you can lock yourself out of, and he can't lock himself out of progression, which means that these items can't be what he's looking for. Right? Like this one could. This one he can get in and grab. But it's not, so it's just really unlikely that he's going to find what he's looking for without the bow. Vascos.
With that being a key, he can go to the back and keep looking. But Vasco's going to have 2 more keys heading back that way. Or at least 1 more.
Yep. Bombos is in here. So this time I want to take a look at the special tab and see what we need.
Okay. A small shield.
Where is Crystal 5 and 6? That's what I want to see. Crystal 5, Dark Palace. Crystal 6, Misery Mire. Where's that flute?
Yep, now Nalwonk's heading right back up the mountain. Gotta go get that bow.
Can't put it off any longer. That bow is very the ice rod, and that's just about it. The hook shot and the ice rod are our two missing items on both teams here. Red team's gonna have to find that flute. They're gonna have to bother with Eastern. They might not. Master Sword from Sauce Raleigh's been hiding it the whole time. Oh, what a skunk.
Wow. All the good stuff in the Light World dungeons today. All right, Fayaine, gonna check and see it's Ether for T-Rock. So we know where that is.
Slow progress for sure.
Checking the first chest in the hookshot cave here. It's not the hookshot. Here comes Nalwonk getting mitts also. Last one to get the mitts. Now Vascos is heading back towards Mothula. Slightly easier fight than the last time he was up here. GeneJeanie gonna jump right back into Eastern here.
This is good. This is the good move. The flute with the Titan mitts unlocks 2 dungeons.
Definitely. And I am a little surprised that Vascos is doing Mothula here instead of using the flute and going down to the mire area first.
With half mana, he probably was angry that he died here, wants some vengeance. Got the Master Sword too, so no longer a horrible fight. It's just about what's intended. Well, I guess that still is pretty horrible, but it's vanilla horrible. It's no longer unfair. That's the end of Mothula. Another crystal for Vascos.
Nalwonk into the Helmosaur fight.
Oh, we missed the arrow on... Oh, no. Dang. Nalwonk taken out. He's got a fairy, though. He always has a fairy. He's ready. I hope we can land that last shot. 1 silver arrow is all it will take if he could just get this thing to stand still. There it goes.
Not quite what Vascos was hoping for at the pedestal. Only 300 rupees.
Well, he got a flute for it already, so... In the end,
And a
worth his
Master
time.
Sword.
Yeah. Ridiculous. That sword might be a big deal. We haven't seen any other ones.
There's the flute for GeneJeanie.
The tempered sword in mire, right as I say that, there it is. Bombos is required, so we're good on everything, I think, except hook shots and ice rod.
Yep, just missing the hook shot and the ice rod at this point.
That's what I thought. We didn't ever find Quake, but we don't need it.
And there's the Master Sword as well for GeneJeanie.
Red team has figured out the secret. We've already been into a whole lot of dungeons at this point, so I figure Ice Rod will be an Ice Palace or Mire.
Probably. I would figure the hook shot's probably somewhere in mire.
Hopefully.
Activating the flute there for Genie. And the blacksmith play here from Fayaine. Gonna get to see the hammer pegs. And just a piece of heart.
It's weird to see Mire next to Eastern. But here we are. What a mean seed.
It is a little weird.
No freedom at all in this seed. It's all one way. The one-way road. There's the flute for Nalwonk, and he'll get his master sword. I think the cane of Burna was Smith.
Yeah, Cane of Burn is at the Smiths.
Mire's torches are lit. Still looking for the big key, I think.
And there's the big key, vanilla.
Still looking for an item in Mire. He doesn't want to leave yet. Afraid he'll miss the hook shot, and he's got a bit of a run here. He made it. It's pretty rough to make that. This is definitely a worse seed than the one we played earlier today.
Way worse. They were already almost in Ganon's tower at this point.
Yeah, they were. They finished in an hour 30. That's not going to happen here. Impossible. Not when you have to do all these extra dungeons. We are only 3 crystals done for most people here.
And there's a tempered sword for red team.
Mire is not scary when you have silver arrows. I think it's a good stop. Might as well get it done.
I don't know if I would have both players in here with Ice Palace on the table though.
I would want them to stop and pick up red sword before heading to Ice Palace. Unless they're really good with fire. Feeling really comfortable with Cold Stare. Three Mires at a time. More Mire than anyone can handle. One of the players is about finished here. Fayaine only has 2 crystals and has died in Mire. Genie's coming in. Vascos has finished Mire, has 4 crystals now. I think he's in the lead.
Oh, Fayaine with the fairy though.
Nice. Shovel in Mire.
Nothing like a good fetch quest.
We are still not ready to go. We need to find 2 very elusive items. They could be in a lot of places. We know that the hookshot is not in Ganon's tower and the ice rod. Like, they have to show up somewhere outside, and that's pretty much it as far as it goes. Like, they can't be... There's no hookshot in the back of Swamp, so it's not in there. That's the only thing we know. Anywhere else is good.
So obviously, the way this has been going, the hook shot is going to be on the laser skip bridge to then go back and get the ice rod at Argus. Nalwonk's going to have a little bit easier time than his teammate there fighting Mothula with the fire sword and half magic and the fire rod.
Time for another Mothula fight. Let's get some energy in here. Here comes Moth. Oh, good. We got a fairy. Okay. We actually are going to win. Nice. I was a little concerned about Nalwonk's health here. He might get him anyway. Might not need that sucker. Nice
And
weaving.
Vascos, at the same time, is checking the pyramid fairy. Oh no!
Gold sword for green team. They got them all.
Vanilla butter sword.
Mothula is defeated. For the map. Mire key has been located by Genie. In the worst place. The vanilla spot. Now Fayaine she can't take a single hit here. She took a single hit here. Damn it. I hope she has a fairy. She does, good. Fairies
All of the fairies.
The powder being on everyone is making that happen left and right here. Everyone's getting their clutch fairy.
Powder and the net.
That's the end of Mire for green team. Both finished. Ice Cave for Vascos. Good move. I think that the item's going to be in here. 3 items in here potentially. We're only missing 2, and one of them could be the hook shot. Ideally, it would be the hook shot, lead you right to the ice rod, or just have them both in here. I guess that would be even better, but if the hook shot is in here, it would make sense for the ice rod to be in the swamp. Very likely that we'll have both of those by the time these 2 dungeons are done. Turtle Rock, unfortunately, is a good bet also for having some items.
I'm surprised nobody has gone up to Turtle Rock yet.
Huge risk without the ice rod. I hate taking that risk. Because if it's not in Turtle Rock, if the ice rod is not in there, all the time it takes you to get back there is gone. It's not an insignificant amount of time, but it is a thing that it has to be checked sometimes. You gotta figure out where the heck you're going. I think if Red knew they were losing, they might take risks like that. They don't have that information though, so they're not going to go wild unless they feel like they're losing. Most people stay on the beaten path pretty well unless they are feeling desperate. Taking big
generally.
risks. You can consistently get a pretty good time by just doing what you would expect would be normal. Most of the time you get most of the stuff that way.
Oh no, Vasco's falling after the bomb jump.
Oh man, falling again. Can't do it too many more times. Last chance. Bomb jump cleared again. Maybe he's just showing off. 1.5 hearts to do the rest of Ice Palace, but you can get a heal on the way.
Yeah, there's a couple of places to get anti-fairies.
One of them's right next to the boss, so you're pretty solid in this place, as long as you don't get hit by too much.
They ain't coming to check Bombo's tablet. I don't think anyone's checked that yet. And it's gonna be the Ice Rod. Wow. Ice Rod at the Bombo's tablet.
We could have had that for a long time.
And the hook shot in Ice Palace. That's go mode for green team. Just like that. So with Bombos and the Fire Rod and the Butter Sword, this should be an easy gold stair pipe for Vascos. Fayaine restocking up on fairies. Yep, and here comes Genie into Ice Palace. They're gonna find the hook shot there. That's gonna send them all sorts of places.
Red team has to play catch up here.
And finding the hook shot first here in Ice Palace is just gonna send them all over the map, and who knows if they'll remember to check Bombo's tablet.
Yep. They're gonna do Swamp. Not that Swamp is bad. They have to get it done. But when they do not find the Ice Rod in there, panic will set in. They're just not gonna go or look. They might do the Turtle Rock thing, which is why I said big risk. In this case, it would be a disaster. If somebody went up there to check Turtle Rock, they would lose this.
Yeah, it would have been awful. But just the Ice Rod being there at the Bombo's tablet's probably going to be the decider anyway.
Garfield puts on a blue shirt. There's Red Kirby too, by the way. I didn't notice. It looks like an apple.
Well, it is slightly less blue.
Yeah.
Oh, and with the fire shield, it's just all red all around.
Well, anyway, Ice Rod was on Bombo's tablet, and Green Team is in go mode.
Kirby falling at the bomb jump. Oh, Fayaine having some problems with the bomb jump also. Nalwonk about to be disappointed by the spike cave. Fayaine having to use that fairy at the bomb jump area. Then first try after the fairy helps. And there's the hook shot for GeneJeanie.
What's Fayaine doing? Having trouble getting down the steps?
Yeah, having a little trouble there in the fire bar room.
Ice all over.
Trying to figure out what Nalwonk's doing here.
Unfortunately, Turtle Rock. That's what it looks like.
That's what it appears to be.
This is the unfortunate end of Red Team. That's what this is. That's just too much time. Very few races have we had where the time difference between teams could be made up by that kind of mistake. Because you're just looking at a full clear of Turtle Rock is already a couple minutes added on, but when you have to climb back up the tower, there's not too many things worse than doing this journey twice. Dying to a boss at the end of the dungeon almost isn't as bad as what he's about to do. Sly09, thanks for the host. T-Rock is a brutal place to go without the Ice Rod, and I know he doesn't want to do it, but he feels like he's being pushed to because he doesn't know where to look for the Ice Rod. He is out of mana too, just to add insult to injury. Can't cast Ether. So now he's gonna lose a couple minutes looking for mana. And there's just nowhere you can guarantee to get that aside from a potion. These players have avoided potions pretty heavily in this.
Fayaine needing a fairy there for Cold Stare.
He's dead though.
GeneJeanie jumping back into ice after killing Cold Stare with the key to just go full clear it now.
We were supposed to have a third race start 30 minutes ago. That didn't happen because of tech issues. They still want to go, so we might be running real late on it, but it seems like we might have another race.
I'm fine to stick around.
Which has been a little bit on the droppy side here. At least it hasn't kicked me off.
Yeah, Twitch was playing your roulette game.
Small blessing.
Now Fayaine just jumping into Swamp while Vascos heads to T-Rock.
Vascos, I think, working on his last crystal. That's why he's up there so soon.
Yeah, that'll be full all 10 dungeons cleared for Vascos.
What a seed. 90 minutes have gone by. Feels like forever, but here we are, Turtle Rock. It's been a drag of a seed for sure. The players have got to be exhausted after not finding anything over and over again. Bombos Ice Rod is not too bad of a choice for that placement, though.
No, not so bad at all.
We don't need
I mean,
Quake.
they got to spend money on something. Might as well finally be some potions.
The only medallion that anyone would ever really use is Quake on Dead Rocks, Bombos and Ice Palace, Ether to see the floor if they don't know where it's at, or to kill the turtles when they're upside down. Like that's pretty much the only uses at all for the medallions beyond using them as keys. So since we don't do any of those things really, honestly, like you see Bombos
cut out
getting
there for a
used in
second.
Ice, and that's about it. So the only time we want a medallion really is for the key. If we have to use an Ice Palace as fire, then we do. And it's nice on the boss to save you some mana in a pinch. But really, that's it. Isn't Ice Palace a crystal?
Yes.
Why did Genie bail?
Because they had gone through and got the crystal, then had to go back and check for items afterwards. They went go mode the first time instead of full clear after they got the hook shot. And this is just so sad for Nalwonk coming in here looking for the ice rod. That's Argus down for Fayaine. Nalwonk realizing that, oh wait, I can't hook shot off of this. Gotta go back and do it the intended way.
Unfortunately. But at least he knows where hookshot is. The intended way is terrible. He has to go down and around or up and back.
Oh wow, just barely.
Nalwonk located a mushroom, maybe he'll bail out and turn it in. It's not do Turtle Rock.
Please, Nalwonk, please do it. As Vascos is just cruising through the dungeon.
Jeannie will soon find out where Bombus is hiding the ice rod, so I figure that'll happen right after this dungeon's done. Unfortunately, it didn't happen before, but I would have done it the same way.
I hope so.
As soon as they find it, Nalwonk will turn around and get out of there, but he'll have to climb back up. It'll be a while before those two are done, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Vascos nearly dead, but yeah, he died, but he might have a fairy, and even if he doesn't, he probably has safety. Down here, yeah.
There in the Mothula fight just has Mothula to do before heading up to Turtle Rock.
There's the key for Vascos. Does he want the other one? No, he doesn't. He's getting out of there. He can get a full heal and all of his mana back before the boss because Turtle Rock doesn't mess around.
Now, Turtle Rock very generous with the anti-fairies. Easy Mothula there, down. A little bit of cape strats, but whatever works. Easier to use the cape and beat Moth right away than die 4 or 5 times like GeneJeanie, right?
Yes. That was a lot of deaths for no reward. Time for Trinex. Gold Sword Trinex is no fight at all.
Slightly easier than the Master Sword Trinex I had to do the other day. Oh, that's Trinex down. all 7 crystals for Vascos. All the dungeons.
We got one player going into Gane's tower, and the other player checking Mimic Cave for one of the 2 items he's missing. That's unfortunate. Genie also, Tower Turtle Rock, unfortunately did not go to Bombos.
I was watching the other fight, but I don't believe so.
That's no good. Where's the key for Big Key in Ganon's tower? I guess we'll ask while we ignore the unfortunate red side here as they make the worst move. The worst move, unfortunately, combining Turtle Rock, assuming Ice Rod's at the bottom. They think they've hit everything. They forgot Bombos. I think that's what happened.
That's gotta be it.
They think they have 100% of the area and are in for a stupid seed, which they are, but that's not the stupidity of the seed.
Stupidity was all the Light World bosses and the Hera basement.
Pro tip for YouTube, if you are going to get flagged by Nintendo and you also play Civ 5's flagged music, you'll start a civil war. You can just sit back and watch who gets no money from this video. Nobody gets money. Into the dust. We found that big key already.
To number 6.
They did not check Bombos, and they have not got the means to finish the game. Neither one will. Nalwonk's about to find out that their suspicion that they are going all in on is incorrect. And they're going to probably forfeit, honestly. If they genuinely don't know where the item is, I personally would probably throw it in myself, because I wouldn't enjoy the 100% search that you'd have to do at that point. I've been in this situation before where you're far along and you miss something somewhere and you don't know where it could be, and it's frustrating. There's too many places to check. And with 2 people in the mix instead of just you, it's even harder to figure out what was gone and done exactly. As you rack your brain and path the entire sequence. What is it you missed? What did your partner miss? I don't know. Nalwonk wants that last
missed
chest.
that one chest in Ice Palace, right?
I've had it be all kinds of dumb things.
Oh yes, me too.
Compass. It is not in Turtle Rock. We should see both red team leaving now. If they're trying to stay in the game here, they need to get out of here and go find the ice rod somewhere. They never checked
I don't
the
blame
mushroom.
Genie for getting that room, but now I would mirror out.
I think Nalwonk is assuming it must be the mushroom.
Oh, Vasco's making it out with 1 heart out of the gauntlet.
Oh, Civ 5 tries to monetize, alright. Not them, but the music they use. It's a very historical game, so they use a bunch of registered native music to various countries, and that song I just played is absolutely going to get hit. And so, it's just going to be a case of 50 copyright strikes, and 49 of them Nintendo, and one of them Civ 5, and nobody gets any money out of it. They don't know who to go to, so nobody gets anything. Sorry. It's just my playlist.
Oh no, Nintendo and Civ 5 don't get any money.
I I don't make much off YouTube when I do get money anyway. We're talking a very small amount. Ad money is nothing. Ad money sucks. Hey, Cats, what did you do?
Now it's run all over the world for the ice rod for red team.
They've got a couple ideas.
Oh, Genie's gonna find it here really quickly.
These are ideas that should have been checked before Total Rock. For me, I would never do it without checking these places. I just don't trust Total Rock unless I can complete it. If I had the ice rod, I would send somebody up there. But if I couldn't finish the dungeon, no thanks. It's just not a risk I'd run until everything else was done. I hate this risk.
Too many other places.
I don't care how many times I'll lose because of it. Now they're in go mode. They've done it.
Red team go mode. And the butter sword for Nalwonk.
Meanwhile, Vascos has killed Moldorm. First to get to Aghanim, about to finish the game at an hour 45.
Vascos, finishing up Moldorm 2 while red team is entering go mode. That's a close race, right?
That's true. Nalwonk left a warp at the back of Turtle Rock, and he cannot use it because he's got to use his mirror again on Bombos. Making a new warp. You only get one.
Oh well, the warp at Turtle Rock's not that bad to get back to. Outside of, just the hiking. That's tagging him 2 down for Vascos. And Trinex down for Fayaine. Alright, with Butter Sword and Silvers, this shouldn't be too hard for Vascos. First 2 phases wrapped up pretty easily. Oh, got hit by that fire bat though.
Phase 4 of Ganon begins. How many crystals? Oh, Genie's almost done. They're not ridiculously far behind, but they certainly are a whole dungeon back. Nalwonk has more to go.
And Nalwonk's a couple behind.
That's going to be the unfortunate side of things. He spent forever doing Turtle Rock, and it really blew up his face.
And that is Ganon down for Vascos. GG.
$148.40.
Not terrible for this linear trolley seed.
Just waiting on Fayaine, making sure that she actually does get the win here. All she's got to do is finish the game, and she's got her team locked in. Plenty of time.
It would take several deaths here in the tower, I think, for red team to catch up.
Garfield's curse. Garfield goes down a pit.
No.
Garfield sinks again. He's too far away from the ledge. Unfortunately, this is not going to happen this way. He's going to do it the regular style. With 1.5 hearts, he's going to go through. You do get healed in this dungeon. Said it before today. You can get a pretty good size of healing at the boss, even if you just make it there. Fayaine died, but has a fairy. Again. Always one.
Yeah, Fayaine's had a lot of fairies this game.
Now this is an elimination round, so red team will be out if they don't somehow get this victory, but I don't see it happening.
And there's the hook shot for Nalwonk.
Took a while. He figured he didn't need it until he was doing swamp. Fayaine died again. We're at this time, another fairy saving the day. I think Lamolus got another kill today. Look at that. Interesting.
Oh no, Nalwonk dying in Ice Palace.
It's just no good.
The real question is Nalwonk going to try the bomb jump again?
It's such a good time save. Once you've done it once, you are no longer intimidated by it and you want to try it every time.
Yep.
And to get it to happen that one time, you really just need to go there on SNES 9X or whatever. Give it like 40 shots. 10 of those are probably going to make it, and then you'll start getting really good at it. Just one little set of practices on it, and you'll get it pretty good.
When I sat down to learn it, I made myself do it 5 times in a row correctly, and if I screwed up, I had to start over. It only took like 150 tries to do 5 in a row correctly. Oh, Fayaine getting troll-dormed again. Moldorm 1 and 2 have knocked her down 5, 6, 7 times now. Got there that time though. I love Zelda 2 music. It's so great.
Bunch of broken chimes and beeps. I really like the cave music. This one. Jamming.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So here's Aghanim. With 3 hearts left, no risk here really. I've learned that he only does half a heart to your red tunic, so he's got very little chance of beating anybody. And this seed here, very incompetent boss. Apparently he hit for 1 with that shot though, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just physical hits landing on you that did half heart. Something did half heart. Maybe his blue
I'm not
orbs.
100% sure.
I wouldn't be
Either
surprised
way,
if it
he's
was
down
blue
now.
orbs, because the blue orbs are the only thing that would hit me that I would expect to get hit by.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Genie on the way.
Fayaine gonna go get some potions, it looks like. Before the Ganon fight.
Just wants to be prepared. They kill Aghanim? I didn't see that.
No, they that was exactly where her mirror spot was.
Oh,
So it just looks like now Fayaine's jumping into Ganon. Stocked up on all the potions. And that's cold steer down for Nalwonk.
Here's Ganon. This is the end of Red Team. They have nothing but time on their hands on the green side.
On to phase 3. This is losers bracket round 3.
It is. So these guys are moving on to the what is it? The 8th finals. Lower bracket's hard to read. It's not straight. Like it's 2 sets of 8 in a row, 2 sets of 4 in a row, 2 sets of 2 in a row. So I guess it's sort of like the quarterfinals they're going into, but it's not really. It's the first quarterfinal. It's the 8th finals. But there's not 8. So, whatever.
That's Ganon down for Fayaine. GG for green team.
Barely beating 2 hours. 1:59:17. No, not yet. I underestimated the sword's dance. 1:59:27.
Still, sub 2 for this crazy ass seed is not bad at all.
Well, we do have another race on our hands here. Right after this one.
Yep.
Hello, Fayaine, Vascos.
Hello.
GG.
GG.
Nice run.
GG.
Pretty nasty seed, though. Pretty slow and troublesome seed.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
tip wasn't really nice.
Yeah, we were a bit worried that they might have found the bow before us.
Yeah. Like, we didn't see
Like, way
bows
earlier.
as good stores at first, and then it was like literally the last thing we had missed, so we were like, oh no.
Well, they
What do you
definitely
think,
went into Hera and got the powder early, and then did not finish Hera off at all.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I was suspecting. That's what I might have done if I went up Death Mountain early.
And then when we finally found the combo of Hookshot and Ice Rod in Ice Palace and Bombo's tablet, we were like, oh shit, go mode, let's go.
Yep.
We
They-
pretty much found that at the same time. That was so funny.
Yeah. It was
They
like,
skipped Bombos and both ended up in T-Rock looking for the Ice Rod.
oh.
They went all in on the Turtle Rock Ice Rod play, and it came up empty.
Missed the bombos, yep.
What was Bombo's again?
Ice Rod.
Oh, Bombo's
That's the
tablet.
memory
I thought you
shield.
meant the medallion.
Medallion was in Hookshot Cave.
Well, you guys are moving on. I don't know who your opponent is yet, though. See you in Tier 4.
Alright.
It will definitely be a team of 2 players.
Yes, that's accurate.
Wow.
I didn't.
Were there not 3?
That would be a little bit unfair.
I don't think
Is it just...
that red team's finishing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull them in
Sure.
here. Hello, red team. How's it going? Well, I know how it's going.
Sup?
I'm pulling you in here early because I do have another race running a little late. So, what do you think of the seed?
It was kind of rude, I guess.
Not as
We were
rude as
kinda
some
dumb,
seeds
I
I've seen.
guess.
I just played awful. That's it. Mafia.
Mothula got you.
Yeah,
a couple times.
Mothula.
A couple of times I forgot I had a blue potion.
Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't use that the first time. I didn't realize you had one. I had no idea where it came from.
Spiral Cave? Had one?
Spiral, yeah.
Well, thanks for playing, guys. This was the second elimination match, so you won't be playing in
Yep.
the tournament.
Yeah.
But I hope you had a good bunch of rounds.
I
felt like I could
I've
go
had
farther.
worse times.
That's good to hear. All right. Well, I'm gonna get my next race set up. So thanks for coming, everybody.
GG green team and
On
red team also.
On screen are the stream names right now. So if you're interested in following the racers, there they are. We're gonna go ahead and get
Yeah,
the next race set up.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do some GBA run pit after this.
Nice.
So got a lot of games to go through.
Well, good game, guys. I'm gonna move you all out of here now. Thanks for coming by.
Alright, take care, Smite.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for running this.
Thanks for hosting the tournament.
Good night. Good games.
GG everybody.
Have a good night.
See y'all next time.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch to this screen real quick while I set up the next race, which we're gonna jump right into. They're just about ready to go. It is Alucard 2004 Wild Anaconda, Flip 714 and Player 2. That's the game. I won't be making the seed this time, so I'm not responsible for any heartache that it causes. Yeah, it's good to see 3 matches get done in one day, yeah. We have 20-ish left, so that's a big chunk. The lower bracket is the majority of it. It really is. The huge bulk of it. It's gonna be lower bracket for a long time, actually. We're gonna get to a point in the upper bracket soon where we have to wait for a long time for the winner to fight whoever is in the lower bracket top tier.